Hi, today's video is how to organize your Google Classroom so that you can find all of your students' work that was done in the week in one place. Seeing as there's going to be quite a bit of work the students will be doing during this time, it will be hard to manage and organize multiple files. I've chosen the Google Slides platform to use as my tool to help organize my planning. You'll see I've started a slideshow, and this is for next week. And the main theme is social studies integration of Canada's identity unit. So I called it Journey Across Canada. The slideshow in itself includes 5 days, well, next week is 4 days of lessons that students will be working on, along with resource material, worksheets, links, and videos. The first slide is just showing the kids what the learning goals are, the name of the slideshow so that it's easy to reference. The second slide is just instructions. This is essentially an electronic workbook. All the work that the students are doing are directly in this slideshow. Also, the students are able to attach files to the slideshow once the slideshow is put in Google Classroom. To do that, it's very simple. The students will see the assignment, the slideshow posted, and then they will see that they have the option to add a file they've already created or actually create one that they've already created. This is a really good feature because then all their work will be in one spot. I'll show you after what it looks like when they've added and created a file. So each day has its beginning slides so they know this is the work to be done on Tuesday. I've included the activities, so what they're to do, and a link to the video that they need to watch. Then if there's some kind of work to be done, here you can see I'm asking them to just label a map as a review. They will learn to include text boxes and type directly in the slideshow. The next slide is just something for fun, just to give them a little joke of the day, which is something I usually add in my classroom every day, so I wanted to add it to the slideshow. You'll notice the slides are red. Red slides indicate that it is for that day. The following slide is I provide them a little DPA idea. If they'd like to do it, I kind of encourage them to do it, but that's in the slide as well. It's optional. Then we get into math. So the math video tutorial is here. If you press play, it links you directly to it. Mr. Clare just made a website, so I've also put a link there so that mental math skills can be done. And there's a focus questions to make sure that they've watched the video. They will answer the question directly in the slideshow. Now, the great part about this is every kid gets their own copy of the slideshow, so they're able to work directly in it. Then I have screen captured and pasted some worksheets and different options for students. So here is a worksheet for them to do, and you'll notice that there's a text box here. The purpose of the slideshow is not to be put in present. It's to be put in your application where you're working on the slideshow because it essentially is an electronic workbook for the week. So then there's another activity for the kids to do here. Then we're still red, so we know that it's still for Tuesday. So they're going to be doing an inquiry project. Here's the instructions for the project. Here are some highlights, and here is a video link to a skill they'll need to be able to know how to do when they do the project. There's also the graphic organizer to help them organize their work, and then you'll see it right here. The kids will be making a slideshow about a province to highlight Canada's identity. That's what's here. So when the kids go into this link, it'll show them how to add their own separate slideshow to this assignment, and it'll all be in one place. There's another red slide. So it's just another reminder that this is a weekly project. Then we go to Wednesday. So you'll notice on the left-hand side, all of Wednesday's work is in now gray. So that's an indicator that they're to stop. You could put a big stop if you'd like. On the gray slides, it goes and follows the same type of organization. Some kind of just fun little meme and a joke. And then we get into what are the students supposed to work on. You have their DPA, and then you get into their math. The math is a reminder video, and then there's leveled problems. So there's a challenge problem, option 1, for stronger students, and then if students need more literal work, the literal work is there. Then we get into a little bit of word work, and then you hit Thursday, and it continues on until Friday, where all the slides are different colors. So why is this advantageous? Well, you'll see when we go into my Google Classroom. So when I post the week's work, I post it as one Google slideshow, and I post it with a few instructions here. I'll have to do that, I think, less and less as we go on. When I get into the actual assignment, you're going to notice that it shows me all of my students right here on the left. You'll also notice that you'll see that any comments or feedback are here. And if I want to see a student at a glance, I'll just click on that student. So for example, Ahmed. Ahmed's slideshow is right here. All the feedback and the conversation from the slideshow shows right here. Everything that student has done is in one place for the entire week. I'm not searching for different places to go. He has his extra practice slideshow. He has his mission to Mars, which is the whole week. And he also has an extended dual doc for free writing that he added. So if I decide to click into the mission or the full week's learning, you'll notice as soon as I get into it, you'll see that on the right-hand side shows all the work that he's done. So this is the extra practice work that he was working on. And then you'll see this is his work. So he's included his name. And then this is the one from last week, actually. So when I scroll down, I can see, oh, okay, he put some work in here. I made a comment. So then I scroll down, he answered some questions here. And then you can see all the work is done here. Any links, anything that he had to work on. So if he wrote a paragraph, I actually had him to write the paragraph in here. He did have an option, though, to add a Google Doc to it, where he could have just written it in there if he was more comfortable. And then worksheets as well are all done in here in one place. So essentially, if you're looking for anything, the work would be on the side here. So you can see he attached a doc file but didn't put anything. And then if I go in here, he attached a free writing file and has not done any free writing just yet, but it's only Thursday. So that is essentially my way of organizing for the week.